Hey y'all, welcome to Clackbait. Now if you're into unique mounting systems that provide delicious clack, let me introduce you to the Babylon by Trailblazer Keyboards. Now this is a 65% O-ring float mount that uses O-rings in a way that defies tradition. And the sound you get, man, gives you direct access to clack heaven. So the Babylon is an in-stock board that starts at $350 for the anodized finish and goes all the way up to $525 for this unique ZBR Hypershift Cerakote finish. The version I was sent out for review is the anodized finish. All finishes though do come with a sandblasted and clear coated brass weight. Now the kit includes the Babylon case, an FR4 plate, a solder only PCB that is VIA compatible right out the box. Now one thing to note, this PCB is not Mil-Max compatible, so if you're not really comfortable doing solder, then this may not be the board for you. It also comes with the daughter board, one set of PCB shims, 6 pour-on gasket strips that are used as a force break mod for case ping, 2 rubber feet strips, 6 gasket pads, and 2 70A NBR O-rings with some grease that you're going to need to apply during installation. And of course it comes with all the necessary screws, and the case screws actually have O-rings on them that you're gonna need to use and not over tighten. More on that in just a second. Now here's some specs on the case. It does have a 20mm front height and a 6.5 degree typing angle, so the board is pretty comfortable to type on. Board fully built comes in at just under 4 pounds. Now as far as the looks are concerned, I think it's a very nice, minimal looking keyboard. It has sharp lines and edges. Now it is chamfered here on the edge, so it's not gonna be sharp to the touch, but it gives you that really clean, industrial looking design. The brass weight on the bottom is nice. It takes up a bulk of the bottom case, and I think that it gives you something that a lot of the O-ring keyboards don't have today, which is a nice big brass weight. We love it. The side profile is a pretty standard traditional wedge. I don't think a lot of people would have a problem with this keyboard's design. The ano on here is really nice and clean. I had no problems, no blemishes, no streaks on mine, and I think they did a good job. And it seems like Trailblazer keyboards take their QC process very seriously. So there are actually 3 mounting methods for this board. The first is the float mount, which utilizes gaskets on the top case and no gaskets on the bottom. Instead, the PCB sits on top of these O-rings, suspending it and giving it plenty of bounce. Now you will need to grease these O-rings before stretching them out over the edge. This process can be difficult for some, but if you take your vitamins and minerals, I'm sure you won't have a problem with this. The second method is to simply apply the gasket strips to the top and bottom, but that's no fun. And the third is to do both. So I went with the float mount since I live on the edge. Yeah. Once you have everything soldered up and ready to go, simply place the PCB on the O-rings, place the JST cable through one of the O-rings like so, connect everything together, and screw in the 4 screws with the O-rings for the case. Now you don't want to over tighten these. I recommend hand tightening just enough to where there's a decent amount of tension. So don't torque down too hard. Once you're done with that, plug up, pull up monkey type, and clack away. Now the switches that I use for optimal clack are these SP Star Sacramentos. These are almost identical to the SP Star Meteor White, but they come with a 62 gram weight spring, which is perfect for me. Now you can pick these up at Canon Keys using the affiliate link in the description. Now get a load of this sound and how clacky and crisp this is. So overall, I actually really love this board. I've had it for a few weeks now and I find myself constantly using it. It has that traditional clack that sounds clean and crisp, and that's exactly what Trailblazer Keyboards was going after. The mods all sound good and I really dig the float mount feel. Now there's one issue that I found with the Babylon, and that was with plate rubbage. Yeah, that's right, plate rubbage. The plate seems to rub the top and the bottom sides of the case when you push down. It's not something that you hear or feel during normal typing, but it's there. I went ahead and used the additional gaskets left over to cut some strips to act as alignment gaskets. This took care of the issue for the most part, but maybe there's something that Trailblazer Keyboards can do about this in future boards. Now coming in at $350, this keyboard is not on the cheap side. The Bakaneko 65 and Parallel Sequence both come in at cheaper price, but none of them have a big brass weight like the Babylon does. This is more comparable to the Parallel Portal in price, so in that regards, I find it to be pretty fairly priced. Now the Cerakote finishes, however, cause a massive spike in price. I'm not sure I would spend $525, but that's just me. But I am really interested in checking out that Hypershift color. Me personally, like I said, I absolutely love this keyboard and I'm actually thinking about picking it up in a different color. So final thoughts, I hope that Trailblazer Keyboards continues to develop this float mount system. I think it has some potential and I'd love to see a board with more design elements using the same float mount system. For me, if the price is in your budget and you love you some CLACK, give this board a strong consideration. Don't forget guys, I also launched a new Discord server, which has been really fun. I got a pretty active community already, and it's gonna be even better. We're gonna have more giveaways, more people joining the fun. So hit the link in the description and join the Clackbait family. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you love the content. I got more heat on the way. Catch you guys next time. Peace.